Greetings, true believers. Drill Pal Spider-Man. Hey guys, KJ here. Again, we're doing a lake shave. Chose a little bit of a different scenery. Last time I was filming, I was doing it from the deck of the house, overlooking the lake. Now I'm just off the lake. I'm gonna focus in there for you so you can actually see the lake itself. My son's down there fishing off the dock. There we go. So we just got back from fishing off of kayaks. We both caught catfish off of lures, actually, which was kind of weird. And then I also caught a small bluegill and a small white bass. He's down there trying to catch some more bass and catfish. So today I'm going to go all out. I'm going to use a bottled water and not approximate anything, so this is what it would be if I was backpack shaving. I remembered my soap this time. Dave, it's not that I forgot the soap and I wouldn't have had soap with me at all. It was just in my backpack, so I just didn't have it with me at the time. And the reason was because the soaps, I almost forgot to bring them all together. I forgot to put them in my adopt kit when I was packing up, and had my adopt kit already in my backpack, ready to go. And one of the last things I remembered was, oh no, I forgot the soap. So had to grab the 3 soaps, and I just threw them in my backpack and not in my adopt kit. That's why they weren't with me yesterday when I went to shave. So today, we're going to be using Howard's Dream from Storybook Soapworks. We're going to go ahead and get the water into my bowl so I can start to soak my brush. Now with a badger brush like this, you only really need to soak it for about 30 seconds, if that. It soaks in pretty quick. Bores 2 minutes, just to make sure that everything gets soaked in so you don't damage the fibers. But really, if you're going to be backpacking or camping or doing some sort of rustic shave, either a small badger or even better yet a synthetic would be what you want to choose. If you have a synthetic, for one, you don't have to soak it. As soon as you wet it, it's good to go. And 2, it's probably going to dry a little bit faster because the fibers don't actually soak up any water. So there's no water for them to release. All the water is just on the surface. So it's going to dry a lot faster. So for something where you're outside, you don't have a lot of time, you don't have a place to put stuff to let it set out and dry, synthetic is really your best option. So we're good. This thing is soaked long enough. So I'm going to dump out the water. Like last time, I'm going to let this kind of retain the water that it has in it until I'm ready to shave, and I'll actually soak it out, which will give it a little bit of extra time to soak up. So this soap is relatively soft, so I'm just going to take it and smear it in the bottom. See, it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to kind of smear it out so that it's all an even thickness. This is going to be super easy to load in the brush. Now, I don't remember all the scent notes, but it was sandalwood, had some bergamot, had some oak moss. There's a little bit of a light, bright scent. I think it's maybe coming from the bergamot, but it doesn't smell like overtly citrusy. I definitely get some oak moss and some sandalwood, just some little woody notes, but nothing's really like coming out on the forefront. It just kind of all blends really nicely, and really, this is kind of like one of my scents. I'm digging it. I'd never heard of this brand before, except for probably a week before I actually received the sample. I'd heard a couple people on the boards talking about it. Got a big daddy long leg on me. So I really don't know much about it. I've never been to their website except for today to look for the scent notes. But so this is totally new to me. I've heard it referenced a couple times on the boards, but don't really know much about it at all. So I went ahead and loaded. I'm pretty sure I got enough loaded. So what I'm going to do now is just take whatever soap is left in there and scoop it out. I'm going to put it back in the sample jar. And no, I won't be repiffing the last of this for that reason. This is going to go into my conglomeration clown puke, or as a couple people have called it, the spider mashup puck, where I just have a bunch of different samples all in the same container. So got a little bit of soap left in there. I'm going to go ahead and just use my towel and get some of that off. So now I'm going to just put some water in here. So this is going to be my cleanup bowl for my razor. And to get a little bit of soap off of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get the lather on here so it can sit for a little bit. Definitely need some water in here. Drizzle that water right into the brush. So we had a fun day yesterday. Played on the dock for a while. Boys fished off the dock. Swam. We got a paddleboard, so we ride paddleboards and kayaks to the other side of the lake and back. Went out for a ride on the pontoon boat, took it all the way to the Truman Dam, which is one of two dams that was put into place to actually form Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks is 93 miles long from one dam to the other. So it's a big lake. It took us about a half an hour from where we're at to get to the dam on the pontoon boat, which is only going like 17 miles an hour, roughly. So right now I'm digging this lather. It's nice and thick. The scent is pretty good. So we'd never actually taken it all the way to the dam before when we go out for a ride, so just kind of wanted to see what that ride was like, and we used about a half a tank of gas getting there and back. We took the kids out on the jet skis. Got the jet ski up to 55 miles an hour with just me on it, and had it up to 52 or 53, depending on which kid was on with me at the time. Alright, so I've got my razor, wet it a little bit. I think that's all we did yesterday. Cooked up some tacos for dinner. My son Joe, who is down on the docks right now, is an avid fisherman. That's all he wants to do is fish. He did not want to go on the jet ski. He did not swim. He did nothing but fish all day long yesterday. I get bored fishing, if I'm not catching anything, he doesn't. He will fish all day long, and even if he's not catching something, he's always trying something new. Alright, so using my lather bowl as my rinsing bowl is working a lot better than what I had yesterday going on. Move this back. So it's drying out on my face. I don't know about residual slickness yet, but we'll check that at the next pass. So I'm going to take a little bit of water, just fresh water, wet my face. So there's the slickness, totally. Lots of good residual slickness there. So I mean, I don't get into all of the ratings like Josh does. I just use stuff, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So I'd say this is tier 1. It feels pretty good. I think it was definitely better than the first Canadian soap sample that I used yesterday. Feels a lot better. The lather feels softer on my face than that one did, so it's at least better than that one. Yesterday was beautiful here. I think the high was 89. It feels like it was probably something like 93. But it was just a really calm day. Few clouds in the sky. Nice breeze. Yeah, I said it was a calm day and we had a nice breeze. It wasn't super windy. We just had just enough of a breeze to kind of get some relief from the heat. So I know I got some slickness going on, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of water and do some touch-up, which I didn't do yesterday. So this touch-up pass, if you've never seen anything like this or heard the term, it's called blade buffing, where you just kind of, you're not doing a stroke and then a lift and then a stroke. You're just kind of moving the blade back and forth. So obviously it's only going to cut in one direction. But you do your stroke and then you just push it back down on your face, and you do another stroke and you push it back down. You want to make sure you got a really slick soap if you're going to do that. I do enjoy the soap. It's a soft soap. It's definitely softer than I prefer, but the result was good. I don't know right now if I would consider that elite. I don't think so. It's close though. Definitely a good tier 1 soap. I'm gonna keep that sample around for a little bit. Check out the scent again and compare it to some other stuff that I have and see if it's something that I actually want to go out and buy. Maybe. I do kind of like it. So now I'm just going to take my water bottle and rinse off, which I didn't really do yesterday. I did with my towel, but not really with water. Kind of used my witch hazel as my rinse yesterday. All right. So I used about a half a bottle of water for the shave. And then I'll probably end up using the rest of it to clean up my brush and razor and whatnot. So I'm gonna grab the little travel bottle of witch hazel, and I did not refill this before I left. So if I was actually traveling, I might be in danger of running out of witch hazel. But I always bring a bottle with me, a big bottle, when we go out to the cabin or something, because witch hazel is also good for insect bites and stings. And so if we get mosquito bites or something, I just slosh on a good healthy dose of witch hazel, and if they're minor, it'll help. If you've got really bad itchy ones, it's not gonna do much. So then I go to like some hydrocortisone cream or something. But generally, if you got a little bit of itchiness, witch hazel will kind of take care of some of the minor stuff. All right, so I don't really want to. Yeah, let's go ahead. What the heck? Check out those slather. So it's, I don't know, I didn't spend a whole lot of time building this, so it looks very similar to like the Ariana and Evans type gel kind of lather. It feels a little bit more foamy, but maybe it's just how much water I put into it, and maybe I didn't put enough in, but definitely slick. This is really good lather. It looks, like I said, it looks a little airy, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time actually building this up. But definitely good. Check this out some more. StorybookSoapworks.com. So this is my first real experience with them. I didn't know anything about them before, so I don't even know how many scents they have or what their soap base is or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. And with that, I'm gonna let you guys go so I can go up and start getting all the kids up and make breakfast before we start our day today. So take care, Cadre, and if you haven't joined us and you're just finding me on this one, join us at theshavingcadre.com, and I am Spider, and we'll see you guys on the forums. Bye.